What happens when the people you thought you knew turn out to be a hoax? I know it sounds heavy, but stick with me. I also want to share why I've come to really respect vulnerability and honesty. You know those moments when you look at someone, maybe a friend, a colleague, or even someone that you looked up to, or sometimes family, and realize the person they showed you wasn't the person they truly were. It stings, but not just because they lied, but because you trusted them. And at least for me, when trust breaks, it's not just about them. It makes me question myself. Like, how did I miss it? Was I naive? Should I trust anyone again? Like, how could I not see the signs? Because in hindsight, everything starts to make sense. Why they moved the way they moved, why their stories felt like there are some pieces that were not fitting perfectly together. And obviously, like, it's not supposed to fit perfectly together because there are some things that people will not share with you. But then, just like every other thing, it's in human nature to get comfortable. I'm saying this is someone who watches crime documentaries. The only other reason why some criminals are eventually caught is because they get comfortable. They think they're too smart, right? And this also happens with people. Whenever they lie, at the beginning, they're so good. They lie very well. They know how to cover their tracks, but then they get to a point where they get comfortable. And that's when things just start not adding up. So here's one thing I've realized. The opposite of that disappointment is what makes relationships meaningful. Vulnerability and honesty. And I don't mean perfect people who always say the right thing at the right time. I mean people who show themselves. They show up as themselves and they show you the real them. And sometimes that's why I think the saying goes, better the devil you know than the angel something. Because I'd rather know you for who you are. Like, at least you have the guts to present yourself truthfully for who you are. And if I reject you, I'm rejecting you for who you are. If I accept you, I'm accepting you for who you are, than presenting something that you cannot keep up. The people who say, this is who I am, flaws and all, that's the kind of courage that I truly, truly, truly respect. Because masks can impress, but they can't connect. And it's like once the trust is broken, it's very hard, almost impossible to go back. So I'm just saying I'm saying all this to say, if you've ever been hurt by someone who wasn't who they said they were, maybe try to flip the script. Instead of closing off, start valuing the people who are real enough to be vulnerable, the people who are still present and they're brave enough to present themselves for who they are in all honesty, flaws and all. That's where the lasting bonds come from. And that's where freedom lives too, because it's just me. Like, if you're judging me, then that's on you. But if I'm lying to you, then I also take responsibility. So whoever is like just real with you, they are free. Actually, they have, nothing to hide, literally, but also they have no weight on their shoulders of trying to sneak around and scheme. What do we scheme and pretend in friendships? In a friendship, like, the most you're getting out of a friendship is companionship and, like, just being together and growing together. So why would you be scheming and lying in a friendship? It's just, I just don't understand. So yeah, I'd like to hear your experiences with honesty, vulnerability, and maybe even times when people surprised you in not so great ways. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who might need to hear it.